Alright, so some of you might look at this question and just dive into using distributive property. You're not wrong, you can do that. However, because we're dealing with like three term in the parentheses, we have x minus 2, rather than combining the six terms, I think it's better that you divide both sides by x minus 2. Now, assuming you have taken algebra 2, we can use a synthetic division. Okay, so since there's no remainder here, when you have x cubed minus kx squared minus 3, okay, so this should be the result or quotient with no remainder. So just focus on this part. On the upper left corner, we put 2. And we're gonna put the coefficient of this polynomial in the numerator. You put 1, 7. Alright, so you put 1, 7, negative 18, negative 3, and 6. Okay, again, you take out the coefficient. 1 here is implied 1. 7, negative 18, negative 3, and 6. And then you're gonna drop down the very first number by default. 2 times 1 will give you 2. You get 9 when you add. You wanna always add the column by column. Anytime you have this diagonal number, how should I say it? Okay, anytime you go through this diagonal, you just have to multiply. So 2 times 9 will give you 18. So it's like, basketball that rebound. Okay, you want to throw the ball and it's going to hit the ground and it's going to rebound in the direction you threw the ball. So yes, you get 18 here. Negative 18 plus 18 will give you 0 because you're adding every time you're going through the column. So 2 times 0, so you're rebounding a ball. So 2 times 0 is 0. And when you add negative 3 with 0, you get negative 3. Again, we have a diagonal. So 2 times negative 3. Okay. Every time we have diagonal, we gotta multiply. 2 times negative 3 will give you negative 6. And when you combine the vertical here, you get 0. So what does this tell you? We got the remainder of 0. And this is a constant. And this is a coefficient for the first degree. And this is second degree. And that's the third degree. And what I mean by third degree coefficient is that it's the coefficient in front of x cubed. And it does match. So for example, we did not find any remainder on the left side here. Okay, so this is a quotient. This part I'm doing it is quotient, and this is a remainder. So do you guys see how we have negative 3 that match and positive 1 that match? And we don't have any x coefficient. And that's evident here because we don't even have x. Okay, there is no variable x to the first power, and that's why you have 0. So when these are match, okay, here's a 1, and here's negative 3, and there's no x found, well, we have x squared. Second squared, I'm sorry, not second squared. Second degree here has a coefficient of 9. So how we just have to set, oh, you know what? That's the same color, right? So let's use a cyan. Okay, so when you set negative k equals 9, all you have to do is just multiply both left and right by negative 1. So here k has to be negative 9. Okay, again, because we have negative k here, when that equals to 9, k has to be negative 9. So the correct answer is the first one.